Hi guys, I'm back. I'm Stephanie from People and Dogs Sorted, and today I'm going to be answering a frequently asked question. So I'm going to be putting together a selection of videos. These are all going to be frequently asked questions that I seem to say the same things over and over and over again. So I thought, why not create some videos so that people can ask those questions and I only need to answer them once. So that's the plan. Yes, we are aware that every dog is different and every dog's situation is not the same, okay? However, there are often some basics that we can cover, so we have a starting point at least. Anyway, all that said, let's roll the titles. So before I go on to our frequently asked question today, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying so hard to try and get 200 subscribers before Christmas. Please help me, please help me. Trying to get 200 subscribers, it costs you nothing but 2 seconds of your time just to hit that subscribe button. So today's frequently asked question is all about house training. Little view of Indy there. Hey, Ian. Hey, boy. He's not bothered, he's sniffing. Okay, so yes, today's question is all about house training and people having a hard time with dogs learning not to pee and poop in the house. It's totally normal, guys, it's totally normal. And it is totally normal that they take different amounts of time to get the message. And it's not just the message they need to get. So it's not just you training the brain to know what you want, but they also have to train their bodies. The muscles to hold their pee and their poop are not there yet. And you can have a 10-year-old dog that's lived its life in refuge and never had to hold it, has never developed those muscles. So just because you get an older dog does not mean that they're going to come house trained. So you might have to put some work in. That's okay, we can do that, right? Okay, so first of all, forgive me because I've got this really gross long line attached to my arm. It's horrible, but sometimes necessary. So, you know, I'll cover the long line stuff at another time. Today, house training. Okay, so starting points. We're going to talk right now about puppies, okay? So a dog that does not know what you want and does not have the muscles yet trained in its body. So the basics consist of, very simply, they have to go outside every 2 hours, or in addition to, after they wake up, after they've been playing, after they've eaten. And if not those times, or as well as those times, every 2 hours. Now I say 2 hours because we do want to allow a certain amount of time for them to hold their pee. Okay, because we need to train those muscles to be able to do it. So they have to have the opportunity to hold. That does mean that there may well be some accidents. But, you know, hey, what's the worst that could happen? Could be a poop fest, but, you know, we will cross that bridge if we come to it. But those are the basics, okay? So every 2 hours, plus after they've eaten, after they've played, and after they've woken up. Those are the times when they will normally need to go. And the rest of the time you need to be watching. You need to be watching for those little moments where they put their nose down and they start turning in circles because they're about to go. Those little signs are really going to help you. If you spot those signs, you can head it off before the worst happens. Good boy, Fluff, come on. Okay. Other things that you can do to help this is when they're in the home, or when you need them to hold it for a longer period of time. Sorry, going uphill. So at night and things like that, when you need them to hold it a little bit longer, is to confine them to a smaller space. Now that might be a smaller room, it might be a crate. It's entirely up to you how you do that, or even if you do that, but it's another way. puppies will be less inclined to poo in their bed space. So if you restrict them to their bed space, they will try their best to hold it, okay? It's not to say they will, but they will try. So even if you get those accidents, at least they're trying to work those muscles. Another thing that people make the mistake of is constantly having the door open, so they always have access to the outside. The difficulty with that is that they then don't really know where is okay and where is not. Okay? So your house will fill with the wonderful smells of outside, that the breeze will come in, which can, you know, you ever done that? You know, when you didn't go for a wee before you left the house, you go outside and that cool breeze kind of gets it going. Same thing, okay? So if the breeze is coming through your house, it will, you know, it might actually encourage them to go. So we want to make sure that we are giving them all the opportunities we can to practice the right things. So having that door closed can actually help that situation so that they don't constantly have access to the outside. Another thing you can do to help a dog go at the right times is exercise, okay? Getting the muscles working will help get the whole system running, yeah? Getting the legs moving, getting the body working will in turn get all of the internals moving along as they should be. I'll cover anxiety and issues around that another time, but don't be surprised if you get a new dog and they don't want to pee or poo anywhere but their garden. So if they don't pee or poo when they're outside, that's another thing, okay? It's another thing, and it's basically, usually it's around them not wanting to leave their scent somewhere other than their own territory. Usually. But again, anxiety around that kind of thing can be a whole herd of different things. So I'll cover that in a different video if you don't mind. Okay guys, I'm coming up to the road, so bear with me 2 seconds. Indiana, wait. What a good boy. Okay, come on in. Ooh, there's a good lad. This way. We're not going that way today. What? So guys, I think that just about covers it for house training, the basics. We've scratched the surface. This is just how you start, okay? If you're still having trouble, feel free to get in touch with me. Drop a comment in the comments box. Have you ever experienced problems house training your dog? I think there'll be like hundreds of you out there going, yeah, I do. Some of them are a nightmare. Some of them are. Some of them are. It takes work. It takes practice, praise. We want to keep this nice, people. You know, we don't need to spray our dogs in the face. We don't need, you know, that negativity around peeing and pooing. That kind of thing really can trigger negativity around something that is natural. So let's not go there. Hey guys, just dashing in here for a second because I realised whilst editing my the previous bit that you've just watched, I realised that I missed a thing. So the other thing that you can do, which helps when house training, is to have regular meal times. If you set the meal times to be at the same time every day, then you can often time their eliminations to be roughly at the same time every day. Just another thing that I forgot to mention in the previous one, and while I was editing I thought I really should add that in there, so I'm just jumping in with that little tip as well, because it's another thing that people sometimes forget. If your dog grazes throughout the day, there's nothing wrong with it, but it might make it more difficult to time when they need to go to the loo. If this has been helpful to you, please hit a like, and please subscribe. Please subscribe. Help me get to 200 for Christmas this year. That would really help me. I will be so pleased if I can celebrate this Christmas hitting that 200 mark for my subscription, so please help me. There will be more videos just like this one, frequently asked questions, where I'm going to answer questions that people have around all kinds of behaviours in their dogs. So stay tuned, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and keep up to date with all my new videos. If you like what I'm doing here and would like to support me further, please consider becoming one of my PADS patrons. And while we're talking PADS patrons, huge shout out to Liz and Jamie, my new PADS patrons. So excited to have you with us. Thank you so much. Your support is so valuable to me. Thank you. You can also catch up with me on Facebook, on my Facebook page. You can link up with me on my Facebook group, the PADS Pack. You can go to my website, www.padspack.com, and you can catch up with me on Instagram as well. All a herd of ways that you can stay in touch with me and keep me up to date. Please comment. Let us know who you are, who's your dog. It's great to catch up with you guys. I went missing for this month. I disappeared a little bit this month. A lot of things have gone on. It's all gone a little bit crazy, but I'm trying to keep up with it. I'm trying to support you guys in the best way that I can right now. And that includes dropping free hints and tips on my YouTube channel. For now, guys, you've been amazing. Keep in touch with me, and I will see you very soon. Take care.